Feeling very formal today. I've got a lapel microphone on, I've got the single-coloured, nicely lit background, solely so I can answer the web's most asked questions about Minecraft. Because hello, I'm ibxtoycat, and does blue ice melt? How do you find ancient debris? Why were fireflies removed from the game? These are all commonly asked questions, and they're amongst the 99 most Googled searches about Minecraft, and today I wanted to answer every single one of them, if not for your own personal knowledge, then so that when someone asks you these same questions, you can hopefully give them a useful, succinct answer. By the way, subscribe if you like learning about Minecraft, as it's much easier to hit that button than it is to Google how to, and then the most common search, which is breed villagers. And this is a really valid question. I see why it's the most asked how to about Minecraft, because most animals, you just work out the food you give them, give one of it to each, and you've got a baby animal. Villagers do not work the same, and if they did, it would be emeralds, and so there'd be some questionability in giving two people emeralds and making them breed. So the important thing to note is that villagers are more complex, not just because they require 12 of a given food, 12 potatoes, carrots, or beetroots is what they'll need to breed, each by the way, but also there needs to be more beds in the surrounding areas than villagers. Give them both of these things and all of a sudden you'll find lots of baby villagers, which you can put in your very nice recreational camps. But also you might be questioning how to get honeycomb. This is a fun item which can be used to make Minecraft's weirdest block, or maybe much more fun things if you will. But how do you get your hands on it? Well, find a bee nest or make a bee hive, and when the bees go to flowers, they bring the pollen back into their hive and you can shear it off. Although I recommend putting a campfire underneath, because otherwise you'll have some very mad bees and it will only work once. But if you only need honeycomb once, just go into the wild, wait for some bees to pollinate, shear their hives, and then run away. I'm recording in a new room, and so this one has a direct view out onto a lot of people walking past. And I just have to wonder, if they look over here, what are they going to think? I hope they assume I'm doing one of those weird pronunciation videos, which you might want to know, by the way, if you want to know how to pronounce smooth stone.
Smooth stone.
Or more specifically, how to get it. Smooth stone is such an interesting Minecraft block because you might be picturing this block if you're an old school player, but people searching this probably mean this block. So to get this one, either put lava on water or put cobblestone in a furnace, but once you've got this block, put it in a furnace again, and all of a sudden it becomes smooth. This can then be cut out to make what used to be stone slabs, now it's smooth stone slabs, or you can use it in the grindstone recipe, or you can make a very ugly house. It's entirely up to you. Speaking of things that are entirely up to you, how do you find an ancient city? This is one of the coolest structures, and fighting the warden, Minecraft's biggest challenge that was told to us years ago. How do you do it? Big question. Big answer is look below mountains. There's no tool that points you to ancient cities, but if you are in a very tall mountainous biome, a cherry grove and a meadow do count too, and you dig below these places, or just look through caves, you'll eventually find a deep dark biome, and that should lead you to an ancient city. It's a bit of trial and error, but it's easier than you would assume, even in survival. Speaking of in survival, how do you breed horses? This is another funky one, because it feels like it should just be wheat, right? Like, yeah, horses eat wheat, and so you can use these together. However, you cannot just feed them wheat. You have to feed them a golden item. Again, they must have thought the horses were going to be a high status thing, because you need to give them either a golden apple, an enchanted golden apple, as many have done accidentally, or a golden carrot. I recommend that third one, just like how I recommend that if you're making obsidian, in the same way you can put lava on water to make smooth stone, or stone, you can put water on lava to make obsidian. And if you want to do this on a reliable basis, I recommend using the lava, which is found in these big piles under your world. But if you need to do it from the surface, find lava, put water on it, and you'll make obsidian, which you can also use to make a portal without a diamond pickaxe. By the way, how to make a map is an interesting question, because you might mean when you say this, well, use 9 paper, make a map, put a compass in there, and now it's a locator map, but you also might mean how do you make a Minecraft map such that you could be on the marketplace, or so you could put it on Planet Minecraft or whatever. And the answer to this is make your world, make it fun, make it something that people want to play around with, and then go to the settings and export your world. It becomes an MC world file that anyone can click on and add to their world. If you're playing on Java, then it's a few more steps than that, but I'll assume you're not if you're watching this video, and indeed you might want to know how to tame a horse.
Stan! Stan! How do you tame a horse in Minecraft?
I'm not here to judge whether you're unlocking a child lock or whether you just want a better form of early game transport. You tame a horse by finding one in the wild and then trying to get on it. You left click or you left trigger or you right click, and this will get you on the horse. Then it will either kick you off or it will give you hearts, at which point you have tamed it. If it kicks you off, get on it again, again and again and again until it becomes yours, which is a great way of only taming horses in Minecraft. Anyway, this is the answer to the how-to sections, but we also have questions which start with, why is Minecraft? And these are much more interesting because the first and most important one is, why is Minecraft so laggy? And that's a very valid question, but the easiest answer is probably you need to turn down your graphics settings. This is true for any video game when it gets laggy, and the most common issue for this is render distance. Turn down your render distance and your lag should fade away. If you're already on the minimum render distance, or this hasn't solved anything at all, then you can download a mod for Java that improves performance. It's called Sodium, and if you're on the Bedrock version of the game, there are other settings that you can really minimize, and if none of that works, then, oh, I don't know. Find a different device. Play on your phone. It surprisingly will work better there than most other places. So next up we have, why is Minecraft so popular? And this is something you could give a 45-minute video essay response to, but I'll try my best to do so in less than 20 seconds or so. Minecraft is so popular because nothing like it had ever come out before, and it took years for anything like it to come out afterwards. It has a monopoly on being the virtual Lego of the world, and so when you are looking for a game to get into, to be creative in, Minecraft is basically unmatched. And so there's a lot more we could elaborate, but instead we'll dive into, why is Minecraft not working? So this might be that the servers are down because they use a weird login process, but it's more likely that you should turn it off and on again, and if that doesn't work, then I don't know, have you tried turning it off and on again, but like leave it off for 10 seconds? Or as we say in, I studied computer science, as we say when trying to give tech support to relatives, try power cycling your device. Why is Minecraft so expensive? It's actually one of the cheapest video games out there, and if anything, it is incredibly underpriced compared to what you get. If you look at the price of Minecraft on iOS, bear in mind 30% of that goes straight to Apple, the deal you get for what can be hundreds of hours of gameplay seems insane, if you ask me. Speaking of insane, although if you're playing on a Windows device, you might pay upwards of $27. I have gotten tens of thousands of hours from that, and so genuinely I'm paying less than a cent an hour at this point. To me, that's a pretty good point. Speaking of a pretty good point, why is Minecraft Bedrock so laggy? The way that Minecraft Bedrock handles lag is vastly different to Java. Java will slow down the physical frame rate of the game when you get too much going on the screen, whereas Minecraft Bedrock slows down the internal game logic, so it can feel laggy because all of the stuff is kind of offset. The game is much better optimized, but it does so by creating some weird laggy feeling sensations. Why is Minecraft music so sad? Oh, got a whole video on this one. But long story short is it's not sad. C418 deliberately set out to make jarring Minecraft music, and so it feels different to the way the game plays, which is one of the things that made it iconic, in his opinion. I like C418's music, I don't know about you, but what I do know is that why is Minecraft lagging is another similar question. Lag is technically the online multiplayer, FPS going down, so it's because your internet sucks, but they probably just need the answer to a question 2 questions ago, so there's the answer to it. Why is Minecraft not on Steam? This is a very bold decision. Even bigger game companies than the tiny indie studio Mojang will put their games not just on their own stores, but also on Steam and everywhere else, because you'll get so many sales of people who will only buy things on Steam. But Minecraft was around just before this peak popularity of Steam, and because it is so unique, it's managed to sell through its own website, avoiding giving that huge cut to Steam, which is absolute power play if you ask me. Why is Minecraft Java so laggy? Another question of the same one. Why is Minecraft not loading? If you're on an Xbox, Switch, or PlayStation, I can imagine this is where you'd ask that, because everywhere else you just shut it and turn it on again. The game will get stuck in a not loading phase, frequently, for me at least, and so all you have to do is go back to the dashboard, press close the game manually, and then come right back in. Next up, we have, when is Minecraft? These are all very valid questions, of course, and the answer to when is Minecraft Live 2023 is in the past. When is Minecraft 1.21 coming out? 2024. The timeline is unclear, but it's likely related to the 15th year anniversary, and so May is a good guess. The next question here is in the past. When is the Minecraft 1.20 coming out? In the past. The next question is bad grammar, but 2024 is a good guess so far. That's all we know. Usually it's in the September to August months. Then we've got in the past, and then we've got in the very recent past, so I guess that's a good update. The Minecraft movie is coming out in 2025. Allegedly, we've seen that be pushed back so many times, but this seems to be the most serious they've ever been. And when is Minecraft's birthday? May 2009. And so it'll be 18 in 2027. Back off. So that was a fun rapid fire round, but it sort of proves the problem with Google, which is that the auto, suggested results are going to be many, many years old in some cases, because there were a lot of searches about Minecraft Live before it came out, and so there are very few now, because why would you want to know unless you didn't know it was out there? And this problem can be exemplified with the next section, which is a good one for actual tutorials, because Minecraft, what is the next set of questions? And the first one is Minecraft, what level is Diamond? And I searched this just now because, I've looked this up fairly recently, and Google will still tell you that the level is 12. If you haven't played Minecraft in 3 years and somehow this is your first video, hello. I think you're missing out a lot of the game. I made a video about features that came out in the last 5 years you might care about, by the way. Just hope you're doing well. You should watch that, and boy, will you be amazed at what's coming to Minecraft. But second of all, it's not Y12 anymore, because Y12 isn't even halfway to the bottom of the game. Minecraft now goes to Y-64, and you can find diamonds anywhere between Y-16 and Y-64, with better and better quantities being found lower through the world, as exemplified with this graph from the person who implemented it. And so therefore you might be questioning, what's the best layer to mine diamonds, because it's all the way in there and the most is at -64, but you can't mine because of Bedrock. Most people recommend somewhere between Y-55 and Y-59. If you go in these sorts of layers, you'll find higher numbers of diamonds, with the slightly higher up resulting in fewer lava pits that you mine into. But your results may vary. Just go down low and you'll find some diamonds. Or even look in one of these giant pre-generated caves. Again, I'm hyped for you if you haven't played Minecraft in years and excited for your first cave experience. You're going to like it, but not as much as you're going to like the brand new ore they've added since then. Diamonds mean nothing when we've got copper in the game. Ooh! But despite Mojang's best hopes, right now getting copper is very common, but it's not very useful outside of making a lightning rod, or making a spyglass, or maybe making some copper blocks, but that will soon change in Minecraft 1.21, but for now it's about as useful as it seems. Speaking of useful as it seems, what do camels eat is another good question. This is a fun one to me because they eat cacti. So chop down some cactuses in the desert and all of a sudden you can give it to a camel. Fun fact, you can say both cacti and cactuses. It is a plural that works in both ways. Just like how what does smite do is not a plural, although you can use it to kill plural enemies. Smite is an enchantment you can put on your sword, and it's recommended for people playing single player worlds because sharpness is a much more well-rounded enchantment, giving you much more damage against every mob, but it'll rather much less damage but against more mobs, including other players, whereas smite only works against undead mobs. So smite is the much better enchantment if you're going to be killing mostly withers, wither skeletons, etc. Whereas sharpness is better if you're worried about creepers, other players, pillagers, whatever else. And so in the same vein, what do horses eat? Man, a lot of people are asking about what food various animals eat. They eat all sorts of things if you're trying to grow them up. Hay bales are one of my recommendations, but also you feed them golden apples, golden carrots, or enchanted golden apples if you want them to breed. What do sniffers eat? This is a really good and almost dumb question because sniffers eat the seeds of torch flowers, but the only way to get torch flower seeds is with the sniffers. The sniffers find their own food, and so you need to get 2 sniffers, then leave them around somewhere, wait till they give you the right seeds, then you breed them with the seeds that they find for you. It's a very self-fulfilling gameplay loop. Minecraft, what is it? That's a much bigger question, but to try and be succinct, Minecraft is the world's most popular video game, and it is the biggest sandbox by far, where nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do, and ultimately you make your own objectives, and the game is very iconic because of how much you can do within it. What is Minecraft? Minecraft is just as much a platform, is just as much a game where you make your own game as it is a game in its own right. Also, Minecraft, what do sheep eat? Wheat, very easy. Minecraft, what to do? This is a very good question. One so good, in fact, that I've made a couple of videos about it. If you want to learn about 69 things you could do in Minecraft, whole video. I'm not going to pollute this video with 30 minutes of that, but instead I'll say if you want to do things in Minecraft, think inside yourself or look at a world or look at something for inspiration and you'll very quickly find something you really want to do. That's how it works for me at least. Minecraft, what level is iron? This is really fun because unlike diamonds, where going deeper and deeper always works, iron has 2 peaks. One of these is at Y16, that's the easy answer to give, but if you have mountains in your world, go up as high as you can, 232 or so, and you'll find a ridiculous amount of iron up there alongside a lot of coal and even emerald ore. This is a really fun thing about Minecraft in the post 1.18 era, and it's something a lot of people don't know, but if you want to go caving, you don't even need to go in a cave anymore, go find a cliff. Anyway, that is the what is section sorted. Now we have to go into Minecraft. How often? Minecraft, how often do chickens lay eggs? It's every 5 to 10 minutes. If you just leave a chicken, it will eventually start laying eggs. If you leave a chicken in a 1x1 space with a hopper below it, you can collect those eggs, but this will only work if you're in the same chunk as the chicken. Minecraft, how often powered rail? Minecraft, how often powered rail? I'm guessing they're asking, how often would you need to use powered rail on a stretch of regular rail? That's a good question. I'll find that out real quick. So first of all, it's worth mentioning you don't actually need to have any number of powered rails if you just want to go forwards. As you can see, a lesser known feature is that you can move a minecart across any rails very, very slowly. It floats along there in a very strange way, but that is part of the Minecraft game. However, presumably you want to go much faster, and so how do you do that? The answer is put a powered rail in there every now and then. Some people go very over the top thinking they need a whole 10 powered rails, but ultimately, as long as you have enough to get your top speed, you can then continue that top speed on for as long as you'd like. And so now we'll see how long we'll have that top speed on a flat piece of rail, and we'll see how long therefore you need to go before using another. So I'm just going to push forwards into this and see when we slow down. So I've spaced out my powered rails about 25 regular rails apart, and as you can see, interestingly here, it looks as though you're not dropping any speed. In reality, you're dropping a tiny bit right before the end there, but if you use fewer than 20 regular rails between your powered rails, then you should be absolutely fine, which is great because these cost more than these. So have significantly more regular rails than powered rails, and you'll do just great. However, if you're not in a minecart, you're going to need to use powered rails at least every 10 to 12 blocks, and even this infrequently will lead to massive slowdowns between them because minecarts move at different speeds based on whether there's an entity in there or not. It's just most people don't care because they stop working outside the simulation distance anyway. So with that said, back to the question room. I'm back now. So anyway, how often do sniffers dig in Minecraft is another valid question. This is a weird mechanic because sniffers will dig, there's a cooldown timer of 8 minutes, but that doesn't guarantee that every 8 minutes you get something, but it's always more or less 8 minutes between each of those digs. Minecraft, how often do thunderstorms occur, is another fun one that seems like it has an easy answer. You'll hear people be very confident that there is thunder every 3 days in Minecraft, because if you don't sleep, you have a timer that starts and basically it means that you have guaranteed thunder within 3 days. However, Minecraft also has a mechanic where you have to have rain for you to have thunder. Thunder and no rain means no weather effect whatsoever, and so although you get thunder every 3 days, that's kind of a technical answer but not the real one. The answer to how often do you get thunder is how often do you get both thunder and rain at the same time, which is entirely random. I have gone over 100 days without it in my super flat world. It's what ended that series ultimately, and so just keep hoping for the best is my answer to you. Minecraft, how often do sheep eat grass? This is another one where there's not a fixed answer. They don't just do it every 10 or 20 or 50 seconds, but instead it is a 1 in a 1,000 chance per game tick, which means that if you've been more than a couple of minutes, the odds are over 90% by basic maths that you should have one. However, in theory, because it's random, you could go 100 Minecraft days and not have a sheep eat grass, but it's just very, 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 very unlikely. Minecraft, how often do villagers restock? They restock, I believe, twice per day. Once is when they wake up in the morning, they go to their workstation, and the other is in the middle of the day. They have a big villager meeting in the center of town. Minecraft, how often can you breed cows? This varies by edition. On the Bedrock edition of the game, it is every 1 minute. On the Java edition, it is 5 minutes. This is a very big difference, admittedly, but it is different based on your version. If you don't know which version you're playing, then if you have coordinates in your top left or a paper doll up there, you're playing Bedrock. And if you have there's no space between the bottom of your hotbar and the bottom of your window, you're playing Java. Also, if you're playing Java, you probably are very aware you're playing Java. Next up, we have how often can villagers breed? This is, I believe, a similar cooldown timer. I don't think it is variable between versions, but it should be 5 minutes. Minecraft, how often do wandering traders spawn? This is every 14.3 days on average. It feels like it's so much more. You have so many wandering traders in your world, but actually it's just you care so little that something that is very infrequent feels much more frequent. If you cared about the wandering trader, it would take forever, but because you don't, it takes no time whatsoever. Minecraft, which is, it's a logical bias we all have inside of us that things that are negative feel like they happen more frequently, and things that are positive feel like they happen more infrequently, because when they don't happen, you feel it more. This is why when the thing about red lights, it's important to say. Anyway, so Minecraft, how often can cows breed? Is that the same question as before? Well, it depends on whether you're playing the Big Salmon Minecraft or the regular Salmon Minecraft, but 1 or 5 minutes. Next up, we have Minecraft needs. Minecraft needs cool shoes. That's not a question at all. But I wouldn't agree with you, but in case you really do believe in this thought and you want your cool shoes, on Minecraft Bedrock there's a character creator where you can pay Mojang some money and they'll let you have some cool shoes if you use one of their 9 base skins, so that's something. Minecraft need to know. Yes, you do need to know the answer to lots of questions, such as Minecraft need to authenticate to Microsoft services. Yes, it do need that. Minecraft need language provider? You'd hope so. Minecraft needs is just a thing. This is the most questionable section so far, but I'm going to work my best. So Minecraft needs, presumably they're like, yeah, what do you need in Minecraft? So you need food, you will not survive without it if you're not on peaceful mode. You need some form of light or shelter so that mobs don't spawn nearby you. A bed is recommended, but that's not too much of a need, but a place to hang out and store your stuff is needed. And you need, if you intend to beat the game, ender pearls and blaze rods. So that's the best I've got. I guess you might need a sword or something in there, or a pickaxe at some point. But yeah, that's the best I can say as far as Minecraft needs. Minecraft needs more bosses. Yeah, I could agree with that one. Minecraft needs mod. Wouldn't agree with that one. Minecraft needs Microsoft account. If you're playing the Bedrock version of the game, you do need a Microsoft account. On the PlayStation and the Switch versions, they're a bit euphemistic about this, but you need to have a Microsoft account if you want to play the game online. If you want to play offline entirely, you don't need those things. And we also have Minecraft needs an update, 0 kilobytes. Minecraft's update system is weird, I guess. I've seen this one before. Minecraft needs an end update. Yes, it does, and here are all the reasons why. So next up, we've got Minecraft does. So Minecraft, I feel like we just went through a bunch of non-questions, but we'll be diving into next the things that Minecraft, people wonder whether Minecraft does or doesn't, such as Minecraft, does fortune work on crops? You've got your fortune shovel or your pickaxe, and you're wondering, should you be harvesting your beetroot, which we're all farming because it's so useful, with said pickaxe? The answer is yes, fortune will work on crops, with the notable exception being wheat, where fortune still works, but you don't get more wheat, you get more seeds, which is very useful at a certain point in the game, but I tend to find is more painful than useful sometimes. Next up, we've got Minecraft, does sugarcane need light? This is a common misconception that crops need light to grow. A lot of people will place torches down by them. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the daylight from the game will actually count. But even if you're in a cave, sugarcane still grows. So as far as I know, for sugarcane, you do not need light. If you want to have light, if you want to treat your vegetables well, then you could do that. Is sugarcane a vegetable? Not a Minecraft question, but what is a Minecraft question is Minecraft, does fortune work on ancient debris? And it's weird because the answer should be yes, I think, logically, because it works on, for example, gold or iron or blocks that you wouldn't traditionally expect. So why does fortune not work on ancient debris? Probably because they don't want to make the game easier once you get fortune. And so no matter what tool you use to mine ancient debris, you get in just one of it, sadly. Minecraft, does blue ice melt? Well, this is a big question, and the answer is it depends. And what it depends on is whether you're insane and mixing up igloos with blue ice. On Bedrock, igloos have blue ice, and on Java they don't, and so on Java, when you light the furnace, the whole igloo falls apart. But on Bedrock, there is in fact no blue ice melting, and indeed, the blue ice block on Java doesn't melt as well, and the fact that proves that the most is the fact that when you combine lava and blue ice, you get basalt. That wouldn't work because otherwise the lava would melt the blue ice. If it was meltable, blue ice is ice that is so densely packed it cannot melt, which is a real thing in the real world, by the way, as it gets denser and denser and denser. It's found really, really low in the Earth's crust and is a terrifying concept. They call it like Ice 10 or Ice 12. It's a fun thing to look into, but not Minecraft questions. What is a Minecraft question is Minecraft, does Podzol spread? Podzol is a really cool block, but it does not spread. It's not like mycelium or grass. It just exists in the wild, and that's how it is. Minecraft, does the warden spawn in peaceful? Another pretty fun question, because the warden doesn't, in the same way that piglins spawn in peaceful, they just don't attack you. Would the warden spawn and then just be friendly? No, because the warden's very effects are unfriendly, and so in peaceful, you can go to an ancient city as much as you like, meaning that if you feel like cheesing your game, get to an ancient city, find out it's too hard, switch to peaceful, and your problems go away. Minecraft, does the bamboo need light? Again, as I understand the question, the answer is no, but that is, I'm like 99% sure. I've got to go back to the game. So it's nighttime in my Minecraft world, but just to be sure, I've made a big cube where no light can get in. I'll be quickly using night vision, so it looks as though it's light in here, but let me assure you it is 100% dark. Now, we will place bamboo, and we'll see if any actually grow. We have to, I guess, make sure they stay one high. I think this is probably plenty to get a decent sample size, and now we can up the tick rate to simulate what happens if we were here for a really long time. So we'll up the game speed by 100 times, and we'll see what happens with the growth. Oh, none. Bamboo does need light. But can it be artificial might be a valid other question. So if I were to grab, say, a torch, as indeed I would like to do, then let's see if that would magically allow the... Oh, artificial light does work, but only to a certain point. That is absolutely fascinating. So keep in mind that you do need to have light for your bamboo to grow, something which is true for many things in the world, and also absolutely fascinating in how it works here in Minecraft. Very cool. Minecraft, does snow melt? Yes, it does. Minecraft, does kelp need light? No, it logically should not, because it is underwater all the time, and light and water have weird relationships. Don't worry about lighting up your kelp, unless you want to see it better, that is. Minecraft, does fortune work on iron? As mentioned previously, iron is not ancient debris, and so yes it does. You can get tons of iron from that. Next up, we have Minecraft, how much? These are specific questions about what quantity of something you'll need in Minecraft, and so for example, Minecraft, how much water for crops? This is a valid question. The most optimal pattern looks something like this. However, in reality, just place some water every 6 or so blocks in a given direction, and you'll water your entire place. However, I want to say Minecraft, how much water for farm is the second question. This is an important thing to note. You don't need water when you're farming. Every single time I make a farm in my videos, there's someone going, wait, you can plant crops without water? I've been lied to my whole life. It makes sense in the real world that you would water your crops, but in Minecraft, irrigation is not required, and if you don't have water, you can still hoe the ground. It just goes a little bit slower. Minecraft, how much RAM to allocate? When you're in the Minecraft Java launcher, the game will give you 2 GB by default, no matter how much RAM you have. You have to go in there and you have to change it says 2G by default, change that up to 16G or whatever you've got. I would recommend whatever RAM your device has, pick half of that, and if you don't know what I've just meant, don't worry, you're probably not playing the Java edition, because if you were, you would want more RAM already. Minecraft, how much does it cost? Depends what platform you are playing on. Different prices based on different devices. Oh, I like that, that rhymes. Minecraft, how much space between trees? The minimum goods, you can theoretically grow 2 trees that are just 1 block apart if they happen to grow the right way. I would recommend, if I was doing it personally, to grow them in a 6x6 grid, or rather 5 blocks between each tree. That should give you enough space that every tree will grow. But you could go tighter if you wanted to have a few dud trees in there. Minecraft, how much has it made? They are very cagey about the revenue because Microsoft bought Mojang for $2.5 billion, something we all laughed at the time. We're like, Microsoft's made how are they going to make that money back? But even just since they bought the game has gone up in like 200 million in sales. So they've made at least $2 billion just from selling the game, but that's before considering the microtransaction DLC stuff. That's before considering the brand tie-ins and the realm fees and all of the other crazy things. Most importantly being like cereal and ice cream. They make a lot of money on these deals, and they're about to make a movie from the game too. So billions is the easy answer. Next up, we've got Minecraft. How much XP per level? This actually varies. The amount of XP you need per level goes up, but then after level 30, the amount that it goes up as well. So instead of, say, going from like 5 XP per level to 7 to 9, after level 30, it goes, say, 100 to 120 to 150 to 300. It goes up as an exponential curve, basically making it impossible to go that far beyond level 70 in base survival. A lot of people do so, and it's very impressive, but the XP level is structured so that there's not a fixed amount per level, and that is why the XP numbers aren't that widely known, because they're effectively meaningless unless comparing to other XP sources. I hope that wasn't too long of an answer. Minecraft, how much prismarine for a conduit? I don't know the answer to this one either, actually. Into Minecraft.
So I've got myself a conduit, I've got myself some prismarine, and we're going to count out for your benefit. So first things first, place the conduit down, nice and in the middle of an ocean somewhere. We have placed it on top of a block, that's fine with me. Then we'll start placing prismarine around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 4 again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ooh, it's more than you need bookshelves, that's for sure. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Still not activated. Oh no, okay, activated at 24. However, I believe it takes a bit to activate, so we'll see when it deactivates. 23 is not enough. 24 is perfectly enough. How much prismarine do you need? 24 of any block, as it turns out. Easy.
Minecraft, how much netherite for a full set? I assume they mean how much ancient debris, because netherite, you just need the ingot and then a smithing template, and then you can make any diamond tool into a netherite version. And so unlike diamonds, where you need 24 to make a full set, you just need those 24 diamonds and then 4 netherite ingots to make a full set, which would be 16 ancient debris and 16 gold, if I've got that maths right, which obviously turns into ancient scrap. And so that is how much netherite you need for a full set. Ooh, another section complete. Wow, those are some pretty good questions, at least compared to the shoes one. But next up, we've got Minecraft where. Minecraft, where to find diamonds. Go down to the bottom of your world between level -50 to -60, or even lower if you feel like it. That's where you find diamonds outside of the loot sources, which are very popular in the early game, like shipwrecks. Minecraft, where to find netherite. Outside of watching the great, highly acclaimed Toycat video on the subject, you can find netherite in the nether at very low levels, between about 10 to 20. Minecraft, where to find suspicious sand. The easiest place to find suspicious sand is in a desert temple. You can also find it in a desert well, so look around the desert, you'll find some very suspicious sand, but you can find it below the water in warm ocean ruins as well. Minecraft, where to find slimes. Slimes spawn in specific chunks of your world below Y40. Y40 was the level they picked a long time ago when the worlds were a lot smaller, but now you can find them basically everywhere underground because of how big caves are, but you can also find them in swamps if it is a full moon, so keep an eye on the moon level if you live near a swamp. Minecraft, where to find clay. Clay used to just be found underneath oceans if they were of the cold variety, but now you can find them in the lush caves, and that is the much better idea. Don't go to oceans anymore. They used to be so rare there. Clay is just everywhere in the lush caves. It's where you want to be. Minecraft, where to find iron. Y -16, or Y, sorry, +16, or Y all the way at the top of the mountains. I recommend the mountains. Minecraft, where to find coal. all the way at the top of the mountains. Minecraft, where to find axolotl? You find them in the warm ocean biomes and you tame them using tropical fish. Minecraft, where to find ancient debris? Ancient debris is what netherite is when it exists in the world. You have to smelt ancient debris into scrap, which then turns into the ingots. But if you want to find ancient debris, you find it wide 10 to 20. Watch more if you want to learn the basic strategy. But you can use the wither to mine it too. It's a fun thing. Explosions, beds, whatever you feel like. The nether is your playground if you want to find the most valuable ore in Minecraft. Minecraft, where to find kelp? Go to the ocean. You'll find so much of it, too much of it, and then you can make the weirdest food source and the block that the world seems to have forgotten about. So that is the where section. What about why? You know, in the world we have lots of questions we should ask ourselves, not just where are we, but why are we? And so, Minecraft, why are my villagers not breeding? Probably lots of reasons, the most common one being you didn't give them food, you didn't give them beds, they are terrified because they're under attack right at that current moment. Or maybe you haven't made a romantic enough situation for them to feel as though they can really get comfortable making love. That last one is the least likely. The first three are the more likely ones. Minecraft, why are my bees dying? You probably haven't hidden your campfires underneath the beehive would be my most popular guess. It could also be that you stole from them without having a campfire and so they're burning. How do you stop? So if they attack you and then they die and that's bad, or if they burn and they die if you stop them from attacking you, how do you deal with this? I recommend just sealing off the campfire from underneath the beehive personally. Minecraft, why do my fish go to the bottom? Why do my fish go to the bottom? They go to the bottom of the ocean if there is a magma block there. I assume this is maybe you have a fissure and the fish is going down. So items only float to the top of water if they are, they only float to the top of water if the water is all sources. If there's like a block that is pushing things down, that works. But maybe you're also asking on Bedrock, there's a weird thing where fish, when you manually place them into a tank of water, they get forced down, and that's because of the source block thing. I believe that when you think you're placing source blocks to make a full body of water, you're only making source blocks at the top, and so anything below that point is just being pushed down to the ground. As I understand that question, that's the best answer I can give. Oh, my camera died and I didn't notice for a bit too long there, but Minecraft, why are my dolphins dying? And this sounds like they're yelling at the game like, why? And the answer is you're punching and killing them, you monster. Or hopefully, if that's not true, the reason is because dolphins need both water and air to stay alive. If they get out of the water and can't get back in, they'll slowly suffocate, or rather they'll slowly die of lack of moisture. But also if you put them in a tank and there's no air access in there, it's airtight, then the dolphins will slowly die in there too. They're a very interesting mob in how you keep them alive, and pro tip, if you are going to get a dolphin, make sure you give it access to water. That seems obvious, but it might be less obvious they need access to air as well. They truly are an animal that goes between both of them. Life advice for everyone. Speaking of life advice, why go to the nether? Honestly, if in real life there was a portal in my house that took me to another dimension, I probably wouldn't go there too often, and in Minecraft you might be thinking the same. There are horrific mobs in there, what's the point of going? But the easiest answer to this is to say that the nether is not just the only way that you can get access to the end and the wither boss, so two of the most powerful places and bosses that you can fight, but also the nether has a great variety of loot and items you otherwise can't find in the overworld. But the most important one is traversing the nether is faster than traversing the overworld. So for every one block that you travel in the overworld, you travel, or rather 8 in the overworld, you travel 1 block in the nether. If you were to make a portal at 0, 0, and then another portal at 0, 1000, in the overworld that would be equivalent to 8,000 blocks traveled, which is incredible if you want to get around quickly. It's essential for any realistic long-term world because getting past all the different biomes can be really tricky in the overworld, but it's fast in the nether. Next up, we've got Minecraft. Why do polar bears attack? And this is really, really cool. I love the polar bear situation because every other mob in the game is either passive, it will never attack you, it's hostile, it will always attack you, or it's neutral, meaning it won't attack you unless you attack it first. And the polar bear is neutral unless there is a baby around. A polar bear gets that aggressive defensive, wants to punch you and kill you anyway, which is how you might die if they happen to be invisible and follow you into a church one day. Speaking of being followed into a church, Minecraft, why won't villagers breed? The simplest answer to this one is probably that you don't have the right resources for them. They need to have more beds than there are villagers. They need to all be not in constant fear for their life, and also they need to ideally all have the food which they require. Sometimes they pass it between them. Sometimes you give them the food and there's the right number of beds and it just takes a bit of time. Minecraft villager breeding is really confusing at the best of times, but the best of times aren't all of the times. Just like how Minecraft, why do beds explode? So they do not explode unless you happen to go to that hellish dimension I mentioned earlier, because the bed will explode in the nether and the end. The lore reason as to why is because maybe there's no time there, so you try to go to sleep and the idea of sleep doesn't exist, so they explode, but in reality it's just a funny way to maybe mine quickly. Minecraft, why do villages disappear? Lots of reasons this could happen. There's lots of bugs, but the most common and famous one is either they despawn because you go away and something happens while you're gone, but it also happens when the villages are on chunk boundaries. Sometimes when those chunks are unloaded, they don't reload back in. Very annoying stuff. Try to keep your villagers trapped in one place if you care about them. Minecraft, why were fireflies removed? How big of a can of worms do you feel like opening right now? So fireflies officially, or according to the community, are removed because they would be poisonous towards frogs. If frogs were to eat fireflies, which was the original breeding plan for them, this would be sort of like feeding cookies to a parrot. It would be encouraging people to do animal unfriendly behavior. That's the story that made it to the public, but every Minecraft developer that actually speaks about this publicly, Xylifium being a famous example, says that actually no, they were a buggy mess before this came out. It was almost like, they were trying to add thousands of mobs to a game, which were really only 2 pixels anyway, wasn't going to add to the game, but was going to make a huge technical issue, and the fireflies were sort of a convenient extra reason, but not the primary reason, and also, yeah, they were never truly promised, they were just one of the features, but it led to a whole debate in the community about when Minecraft should announce things, which we're still seeing to this day. And wow, that is all of the Minecraft YR questions answered. Next up, we have Minecraft, how many? This is a very countable section. Every one of these questions should have an answer that I can do on my hands, or at least on a number on screen. So Minecraft, how many bookshelves? Well, the average Minecraft world should have about, I assume that's not the question they're asking, but if you wanted to know, billions of bookshelves. But how many bookshelves? Presumably, I'm guessing they want to know for a full level 30 enchantment table, because enchantment tables read the number of bookshelves around them to give you higher numbers, and they max out at 30, which is equivalent to 15 bookshelves, if I'm not mistaken. Usually you put 6 on one side, 6 on another, and then 3 on the third side, but your mileage may vary. Then we've got Minecraft, how many blocks for a full beacon? It is 164 blocks for a full beacon, which is about 1,726 minerals which you need to take. Either you can use iron, gold, you can use diamonds or emeralds if you want, or you can use netherite. I think the netherite beacon is kind of being a bit insane, but sometimes being insane is fun. Minecraft, how many bees per hive? 3. Minecraft, how many blocks does water hydrate? It does it in a square area. I believe that is 4 blocks in each direction. So what would that be, like a 9 by 9 area? 81 blocks minus the water. 80 blocks, I think. That one's a non-confirmed one. Next up, we've got Minecraft. How many enchantments per item? An item can take as many enchantments as you're willing to put on it. This means that you can have 20 enchantments on an item if you really wanted to. The max practical you can actually have is about 6 or 7, depending on the piece, but there is no limit to the number of enchantments besides the enchantments themselves. Minecraft, how many blocks to kill a mob? Okay, so this is how many blocks to kill a mob. What could they possibly mean by this? Is this the question that finally gets me? The number of blocks to kill a mob, maybe they mean they want to shield block it, but blocking doesn't do any damage. Okay, maybe they want to use blocks to drop on a mob and kill them that way, in which case if you trap them in a hole, just 2 blocks on top of them are required. I hope that's what they mean. Next up, Minecraft. How many bookshelves for level 30? 15. Minecraft. How many armor trims? There are 16 armor trims in present Minecraft at time of recording and uploading. That may change in the near future. They haven't added any armor trims after adding all 16, but given that they have one for most of the structures, it seems likely that as more structures come, we'll get more. But right now, 16. Minecraft. How many music discs are there? Also 16, if I'm not mistaken. Of the 16 music discs, 4 are obtainable only through natural structures, pig step, other side 5 and relic, and the other 12 are obtained either through structures like dungeons or by having a skeleton kill a creeper. Fun fact. Minecraft, how many types of wood? This question always trips me up because Minecraft had 3 wood types for the longest time, and then it went up to 6 all at once, or it went up to 4 and then to 6, and then it stayed at 6 for half of a decade until the Nether update when it went up to 8, then it went up to 9 with 1.19, and then up to 11 with 1.20. I think it will probably stay at 11 for a while, although we still do need a green type of wood, just saying, but 11 is the current answer to that question, and now we have just one section left. I've been enjoying this video. At first I thought this would be like a 20-minute thing, but it's really evolved into something much more. I've been enjoying this. It's taken a lot from me to be staring at some white lights with nothing but a blue screen to look at, but I've been enjoying this, and so as the final section comes in, let me just quickly say, if you've been enjoying this too, consider subscribing to the channel. I know subscriber pictures are lame and every YouTuber does them, and the reason that they do them generally is that if you subscribe to the channel, you'll probably see more videos, which is of course in my interest, but hopefully if you like watching someone talk for an hour long, then it's in your interest too. You know, I'll turn around as soon as you've subscribed, except I'm not one of those channels that pretends that somehow you subscribing will influence the video. This was done days ago and I don't know who you are, but what I do know is Minecraft. Which Minecraft is a good question, but which way is north? You can find north by looking at your sun in your world, and then you can work out east-west from there, and you can go north from it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know which way the sun rises in real life. I feel like it rises in the east and sets in the west. That has to be true, in which case find east from where the sun is rising, or follow its movement, and then go north would be left from there. Wait, one sec. Does the sun rise in the east or the west?
East. According to Griffith Observatory, every day the sun, moon, planets, and stars appear to rise in the east and set in the west. Actually, these celestial objects aren't moving that fast, but Earth is. It spins on its axis from west to east approximately every 24 hours.
So you find the sun, and from there you can find north. Minecraft, which coordinate is x? X and Z are the 2 coordinates that represent physical left-right space. In a Minecraft world, this is Y, and this are X and Z. X is left to right relative to north, so if you want to find where X is, see which way the sun is going, east to west, and you can use it that way. But in reality, X and Z are rarely useful without each other, whereas Y can be useful without both. So it's weird that that is the coordinate that is asked the most of the time. There's not a single other one here, but that's fine. Minecraft, which version? Which version of Minecraft? Currently 1.20.4 or 1.20.51, but that will change, and also, unless you mean Minecraft, which version, like Bedrock or Java. If you want to know if you're playing Bedrock or Java, usually if you're playing Java, you have the Minecraft launcher, whereas if your Minecraft just launches and has a title screen that looks like this, you're playing Minecraft Bedrock. Minecraft, which coordinate is north? Because X is left, right, east, west, Z is north. I think that the Z coordinate goes negative when you're going north, but it might be. The Z coordinate is north-south, going up or down. Minecraft, which protection is best? Protection 4. You always want protection 4, unless they mean because there's projectile protection, fire protection, blast protection. Those other 3 protections are theoretically better than regular protection if you're taking exclusively fire or blast or projectile damage, but are you? No, no one is. And given that it's such a minor thing, I would say that blast protection has minor use in case you're blowing stuff up all the time and you want to be around it, mining for ancient debris, maybe. But otherwise, protection is the best protection. Protection 4, put on all of your armor, pro tip. Minecraft, which version is best? The latest version, whichever one is coming out automatically is always going to be the best. Some people will argue that Minecraft got so much worse in whichever version they started playing the game in, or the one after, but it's always good. Minecraft is getting better and better every single year, every single update, and sometimes there's some slight bad that comes with the good, but there's always way more good than bad. Minecraft, which level is best for iron? Man, people really want to know this. You go to Y16 or you go to 232. Minecraft, which enchantments don't stack? There is a lot of them, so this isn't an extensive list, but you can't have sharpness with Smite or Bane of Arthropods. You can't have Mending and Infinity on a bow together. You either have infinite arrows or an infinite bow. You can't have both. Seems fair enough to me. You can't have Fortune and Silk Touch on a pickaxe. You either get more or you get the Silk Touch version of it. You can't have Riptide and the Throwback Loyalty on a trident. Either the trident is thrown away and comes back, or the trident can be held and thrown into the air in fun ways. And there are a few other weird examples, but also the protections. You can't have any protection with any other type, which is why you'd need to know which protection is best. And so yeah, regular protection is the best. That's the one you want. With Silk Touch or Fortune, generally Fortune, but it's useful to have a Silk Touch for a lot of other reasons. Mending versus Infinity, can of worms for another video, but obviously Mending, unless you somehow have an arrow shortage in your world. Also, yeah, I think that is every single big one. Minecraft, which console is best? So this is such a weird start, like, isn't it funny? Like, it feels like all of these questions so far have been from an alternate dimension. It feels as though we've been going through a world where people don't quite know how to ask their questions, right? But to answer this one anyway, and to say, you know what, it's the last question, I've got to give it my biggest and best attention. This is the perfect question for me to end with, because I am someone who played Minecraft on a console exclusively for, you know, like a half dozen years. I think from 2012 to 2018, exclusively Minecraft console on this channel. After there, I've been mixing in the PC a bit more, but I still do believe that Minecraft on a console is a great experience, unlike many who will tell you that, oh, not real Minecraft. But which console? If you are looking to buy a console with Minecraft being your focus, because your friends play there, maybe they play on phones and tablets too, I would say don't get a Switch. Whatever you do, you'll regret getting a Switch. The 3DS is also out because that version hasn't been updated in a long time and won't be, and also has other downsides. If you're looking for a main Minecraft platform, either the Xbox or the PlayStation, with the main criteria being that the Xbox is more likely to be supported by Microsoft, the people who own Minecraft, and also the fact that it gets betas and previews if you care about that. And yeah, I would say keep that in mind. That is the biggest thing. Otherwise, I guess you could make some argument that the PC will help you because it doesn't have paid online. But if you already have a console, the best console is the one that you have already. It's not worth buying a whole new one for Minecraft because they usually don't take full advantage of a console anyway. Boom! That is 99-ish questions asked. I'll be honest with you. I thought this was 99, but we did some maths wrong and there were slightly more in subsections, slightly less in others. So that is 99 questions answered. Probably, you know, go back and fact check me if you want to. But for now, I'm going to say that this has been an absolute delight. I really enjoyed answering the most asked questions, and I think it could be fun. If you want to ask some questions for the future, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, say something nice if you'd like this, because I need to justify my time in the weird room somehow. And I don't know, subscribe if you really liked it, because I look forward to seeing you sometime in the near future. Enjoy your holidays. Or enjoy your time at work, or enjoy your time doing neither of those things, because I've been ibxtoycat, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. The cool thing about the lapel mic is I can walk away, I can go to any other part of the house, can start brushing my teeth after this, and you know, I've got a water pick going, and you'll just hear it regardless. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna go downstairs right now. Oh, been a long day. Could really do some chocolate custard. So it's fun, huh? It's like having a camera that follows you, but the camera doesn't need to follow you for the microphone to follow you. I've never tested the range on this thing actually. Abstinence is the best protection. Tell your friends.